Plate number 7. Use of minerals and stones in art and culture. Minerals and rocks have been used in art and culture since ancient times and play an important role in human history. The best-known use of minerals and rocks in art and culture is the use of stone in the construction of monuments and buildings, the use of minerals and gems in jewelry and decorations, or the use of minerals and rocks in art. Since ancient times, stone blocks have been used in the construction of temples, palaces, bridges, city walls, and other buildings. Some of the world's most famous stone structures include the pyramids in Egypt, the Acropolis in Athens, and the Temple of Petra in Jordan. Various minerals and gemstones have been used to make jewelry and decorations for thousands of years. Some of the most popular gemstones are diamonds, rubies, sapphires, emeralds, and pearls. Minerals and rocks have been used in art, starting with sculpture, painting, and ceramics. Regarding rocks, marble has been used in sculpture, clay in pottery, and the mineral lazurite has been used to make blue paint for painting. The use of minerals and rocks in art and culture has a long and interesting history and still has its place in many aspects of people's lives. Colosseum, building. The Colosseum is the ruin of a large amphitheater in the middle of the Italian city of Rome. Currently, only 2/3 of the original structure are preserved. Present damages are caused by earthquakes and theft of building materials. The amphitheater was built in the 1st century Anno Domini, and most of the materials used stem from Roman quarries. About 50 to 80,000 spectators could be seated in the amphitheater. It was a place for public events. These included, for example, theatrical performances, gladiatorial games, and duels with wild animals. The materials used to build the Colosseum were carefully selected. The basic building materials were travertine, marble, and limestone. Travertine was used for the main columns and the outer walls. It was mixed with different types of marble to create unique color effects. Marble was used for decoration as well as for the entrances to the amphitheater, and many of the interior walls are made of marble as well. Concrete was also used. Concrete was cheap, quick to make, and easy to use. To make concrete, the Romans threw small pieces of rubble into a sticky mortar of lime, water, and volcanic ash. The mortar hardened as it dried and held the concrete together. The rubble gave the concrete its resilience. Large, heavy pieces of rubble were used for the foundations of the Colosseum and small, light pieces for the upper walls. Other materials used were mortar, bricks, lime, and stone. Stone was used for the outer walls of the Colosseum and the heavier parts of the building. The interior walls and underground passages were built of heavy concrete and brick. The upper floors were made of lighter materials such as wood, brick, and lightweight concrete. The stone blocks were held together with metal joints. Roman architecture was of excellent quality, which is why the Colosseum is still so well preserved. It still stands today as an iconic symbol of Roman history. Considered one of the largest and most famous structures in Rome, the Colosseum is a world-renowned tourist attraction. One of the new 7 wonders of the world and an important symbol of Roman history and culture, it has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1980. Statue of Christ the Redeemer. One of the largest statues of Christ in the world is called Christ the Redeemer and is located in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It stands in the Tijuca National Park on the Corcovado Hill, a good 700 meters above sea level. It is 30 meters high and has a base of 8 meters. It was built between 1922 and 1931 to the design of Paul Landowski, a French sculptor of Polish origin, as a monument to Brazil's independence from Portugal. The statue depicts Christ with his arms outstretched. This gesture expresses protection. The statue is a symbol of the city and of Christianity. It is made of reinforced concrete and weighs more than 1,000 tons. Steel beams and columns were used for the inner framework of the statue to make it stable. The outer layers are made of soapstone, which is durable and easy to work with. The statue of Christ was named one of the new 7 wonders of the world in 2007 and is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is also considered one of the biggest tourist attractions in Brazil. More than 800,000 people visit it every year. The Cave of Lascaux. The cave of Lascaux is located in a karst massif in the southwest of France, in the department of Dordogne. It was formed in the Mesolithic period, between 15 and 17,000 years ago. The rock that forms the cave is made up of different types of limestone and dolomite. These rocks are typical for this area. Limestone caves are common in karst areas and are formed by the gradual dissolution of limestone rocks under the interaction of water and carbon dioxide. Over time, interesting formations such as stalactites and stalagmites are formed on the ceiling and floor of the caves. Their shape is random and therefore always different. The inside of each cave is unique. The Lascaux caves are a testament to the beauty that nature can create. Our ancestors decorated the cave walls with art. The cave paintings were discovered in 1940 by a group of local boys looking for their dog. The paintings show how people lived and worked at that time. They are an important example of ancient art, preserved to this day by their unique location. They are considered one of the most important archaeological finds of the 20th century. The paintings mainly show animals such as deer, bison, horses, wild pigs, goats, and cats. These animals were often depicted in motion and in various positions. In some cases, the animals appear together with humans or with symbolic objects. The paintings at Lascaux were made using various natural pigments, which were sprayed or brushed onto the walls of the cave. In some places, the paintings were also completed with deep grooves, giving the impression of texture and depth. The cave is currently closed to the public to protect the paintings. Temperature fluctuations, vibrations, perfumed air, or even touching them can cause irreversible damage in the long term. However, there is a replica of the cave for visitors, along with the cave paintings of the original cave at Lascaux. Ancient Greek vases, a product of art. Vases, made in ancient Greece between the 6th and 4th century before Christ, were used to hold wine, oil, water, and other liquids. They were made of various materials, but mostly of clay. Metal vases, especially those made of bronze alloy, were made for wealthy families or for hereditary shrines, and were decorated with stones and colored alloys. Vases were often decorated with images of heroes and gods from Greek mythology. Stone vases were rare and made from marble as well as other types of stone. These vases often had carved details and were decorated with various patterns and symbols. The paintings on ancient Greek vases are an important example of Greek art and culture. Paintings were done with various colors and pigments made from natural resources. 3 basic colors were often used: black, red, and white. The black color was obtained from ashes, which they covered with a clay vessel and then fired in a kiln. Red paint was made from clay and white paint from limestone dust. The colors were applied with a brush or a reed pencil, using different techniques to achieve different effects and details. 2 techniques were most commonly used in vase painting: the black figure technique and the red figure technique. In the black figure technique, figures and scenes were depicted with outlines drawn in black and then filled in with details in white and red. The reverse process was used in the red figure technique. Figures and scenes were filled in with red paint and then the outlines were drawn in black. This technique allowed for more detailed and varied depictions. Colors and vase paintings were important elements of Greek art and culture. Through them we learn more about the life and mythology of ancient Greece.